Chapter 16. Damien's POV. Sleeping next to my mate, holding her while sleeping is the best thing in the world. I woke up before her and stared at her like a creep. She cuddled to my side, her head on my arm, her hand around my torso. I sighed happily and brushed the bangs out of her face. You are a treasure to me, very precious. She stirred next to me and I quickly closed my eyes, pretending to be asleep. After a few minutes, I felt her soft fingers on my face. Her fingers traced along my forehead, nose, and when she reached my lips, I licked her fingers. I heard a squeal, followed by a thud and a groan. I opened my eyes and Bella was not there. And then I looked down. Oh God, she fell down. I poked my hand out for her to take. She gladly accepted it and I pulled her up. She sat down but whimpered slightly. I guess she fell pretty bad. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have scared you, I said while rubbing the back of my neck. She let out a beautiful laugh and said,
Don't worry, I was just taken by surprise. So you were up the whole time, huh?
Maybe not, I said and let out a nervous laugh.
Okay,
Was all she said and got out of bed. She got some clothes from the closet.
can I take a shower first?
She asked. Of course. No need to ask me, baby. You can do whatever you want, I said with a smile.
Thanks.
I rolled out of bed and stretched a little. I went to the window besides the bed and looked out. There was a big forest. I was about to turn back, but I saw something, or rather, someone. Nina. She was talking to a guy. He was not a rogue. He had to be from this pack. His back was facing my side, so I couldn't see his face. They finished their talk and left in different directions. Weird. That's when Bella walked in and I thought about talking to Nina later. You feeling good now? I asked, and took some clothes to change in after the shower.
Yeah, I feel good.
She replied and started to dry her hair with the help of a towel. I had a nice warm shower and changed into fresh clothes. When I came out of the bathroom, I saw Nina with Bella. They were talking in a hushed tone. What are you planning, Nina? I asked in a suspicious tone.
Nothing.
She squealed and jumped in surprise. Bella? I looked at her expectantly. That she will tell me. She just gave me the most innocent face she could muster, and I swear my heart turned into a puddle. Why does she have to be so cute and adorable? Okay, fine, don't tell me. Are you guys ready? We will leave after breakfast, I said, looking for my Oakley glasses. I couldn't find them. Baby, have you seen my sunglasses anywhere? I can't find them. I huffed and dropped myself on the couch. I guess not even a minute later she was in front of me with the glasses in her hands. I smiled at her and gave a big sloppy kiss on each cheek. Thank you, baby. I bounced downstairs, leaving the girls to do whatever. I sat on the living room couch and scrolled through emails. I also own a chain of hotels in different countries. What do you think I do for a living? I'm a freaking billionaire in the outside world. My girls came down looking pretty as always. I stood up and we made a beeline to the dining room. As usual, there were only 2 seats left, so Nina sat on one and I occupied the other with Bella on my lap. There was some minor problems back home, so Nate had to go back right then. So Nina was sitting where Nate sat the other day. These people don't listen, do they? The food was served. The sight of burned eggs and mushy sandwiches made me sick.
Are you seriously going to eat that thing? I'm out of this. I'm not touching this.
Nina mind-linked me. I looked at her and nodded my head. I won't eat this shit, and nor is my mate. I lifted Bella off me and grabbed her face before walking out, Nina following behind.
What happened? Where are we going?
Bella asked. Did you see that food? It was not food. It was a pure disaster. I don't even give my enemies that kind of food, I said, completely horrified by the sight. Eating food is probably one of my favorite things to do, but they ruined it for me.
So, where do we go now?
Nina asked. Let's go to the mall. We can eat something there. And we drove off to the nearest mall.
Chapter 17, Isabella's POV. While driving to the mall, I couldn't help but feel as if something bad is gonna happen. Aside from the bad feeling, I'm very excited. I've never been to the mall before. I only received few old, used clothes from the pack, so I never had a reason to go. Damien parked the car and got out. I was about to open the door when Damien did it for me.
I'm a gentleman, remember?
He said with a playful smirk. I smiled and took his hand. Yeah, be a gentleman for your mate and forget about your baby sister? Nina pouted, still sitting in the back seat, arms crossed.
Aw, is my baby sister mad at me? Come on, Nina. I'm sorry. Here, you take my other hand.
Damien extended his other hand and helped her out. Perks of being a baby sister, Nina said quietly in my ear. We giggled at her tactics. I wish I had a big brother too. A caring big brother like Damien is.
Let's go, girls.
Damien said and ushered us in. The mall could be described in one word. Amazing. It has everything I would ever wish to have. As soon as we entered, Nina dragged us to Forever 21 to buy me some clothes. Damien said to buy anything that catches my eye. Money is not a problem. But I can't just spend so much of his money on me. So I just picked a pair of flowy tops, one One Direction t-shirt, 2 jeans. I placed my clothes on the counter. The person was about to pack the stuff when Nina came out with heaps of clothes in her hand. Pack these too. She huffed and dumped them on the counter. Nina? I asked. Oh, don't worry. These are your clothes. Damien chose all of them, and I just carried them here. My jaw practically hit the floor, and my eyes were wide. They are probably more than 100 pairs of clothing, Nina! I exclaimed. Maybe more. Damien saw you picking only a few, so he made it a mission to buy everything that he thought would look good on you, she said with a squeal and bright smile.
That would be $2,067.65, miss.
The cashier said, and my eyes widened. That's it? Nina asked in confusion. I thought it would go up to $3,000 or something, but anywho, we have to find Damien to pay for them now.
No need to find me, I'm here.
Damien appeared with some more dresses in his hand. Damien? I asked, my face showing pure horror.
What?
He asked innocently. What are you doing? I yelled.
Shopping for my princess, since she won't do it herself. You know, I think I saw a really nice dress at the rack behind somewhere.
Don't you dare. You know how much those cost? $2,067.65. We can't add any more. We have to reduce some, I said, pointing my finger at him. He only gave me an amused look and told the cashier to pack the ones he brought. The person was more than happy to do that. I just pouted and crossed my arms. By the time we almost finished shopping, it was already 3:30. And don't get me started at the money that was spent. I was exhausted, and my feet were killing me. Ugh, my legs almost gave out, but Damien, being my savior, saved me.
Baby, you look so tired. Let's go home, okay? We can continue another time,
he said while holding me up by my waist. His touch spread warmth throughout my body, and I felt somewhat relaxed. But we didn't go to a very important place. It will be the last, I swear, Nina said, bouncing on her feet. But I can't walk anymore, Nina. If I do, I'm sure I won't be able to walk for a month, I said, giving a sad face. But it's important. Let's go, she said and walked ahead.
Come on, you can hop on my back. I'll carry you,
Damien said, turning around. No, my weight will crush you, I said. Yes, I gained so much weight in just a week. I gained 3 pounds.
Baby, are you kidding me? You weigh nothing more than a feather.
He chuckled and lifted me on his back. He placed his hand under my thighs and my hands around his neck. Most of the bags were already in the car, because we could not carry them all, and the rest were with Nina. We soon found Nina, but the store where she was standing at made my cheeks burn like fire. She had to go to Victoria's Secret. She saw us and waved. I could tell that Damien was getting uncomfortable. I see you got yourself a ride, huh? Nina said and wiggled her eyebrows. I blushed and hid my face in Damien's shoulder.
Her feet were aching, Nina. The least I could do is carry her,
he replied. Okay, then let's go inside, she said. And Damien, you can come with us if you want, but if not, then why don't you make yourself useful and bring lunch for us while we are here? Nina said innocently. Damien reluctantly let me down and faced me.
Baby, it won't take long, okay? I'll be back before you know. Just shop whatever you want and meet me here, okay?
He said and I nodded.
And what do you want for lunch? Or late lunch?
He asked me. I just shrugged my shoulder and smiled.
I'll get pizza then?
I nodded. Pizza sounds good. He blew me a kiss and smiled before turning around. I didn't notice when Nina came and dragged me to the store. He's whipped. Like totally. He can't get enough of you. But I can tell why. You are everything he wished for. She gushed and picked a pair of underwear before making a disgusted face and putting it back on the shelf. He wished for a mate like me? Why would he wish for someone like me? He would tell us that how his mate will be the cutest thing ever. She would be really kind and generous. You fit perfectly in all of these. I wouldn't be surprised if he already prepared the box full of toys and chocolates, she said, putting things in the cart. Huh? It was on his to-do list for when he found his mate. He made it when he was 6. Dad helped him. Damien said he would give his mate all his toys and chocolates once he meets her. Believe me, he kept all his toys as good as new till this date. She laughed. I found it really sweet. Damien looks so tough and scary from the outside, but from the inside he is so soft. I'm lucky to be his mate. We continued shopping for more underclothes when I felt the need to use the restroom. Hey Nina, I'm going to the restroom, okay? I will come back fast. I saw her nod and I went to find the restroom. It was at the far end. I quickly did my business and washed my hands. I took a step out when suddenly a sharp pain shot up on the left side of my head. I touched it and saw blood dripping on the floor. My vision started to become blurry, and the last thing I saw and heard was a silhouette of a man and his laugh before I slipped into darkness.
Chapter 18. Damien's POV. I didn't want to leave Bella, but the thought of going into that store felt uncomfortable. So I left to get the girls some food. I know Bella is really tired, and I know just how to take all the pain away. I went to a local pizza house and ordered the food. In 15 minutes, the pizzas were handed over to me. I was making my way back when I saw a jewelry shop. A small ruby pendant caught my eye. The rubies were cut in heart shapes and were shining in the light. It would look beautiful on Bella, Dom said in my head. Yeah, I replied. I quickly entered the store and told the man on the counter to pack the set. I told him to wrap it in a nice gift wrap. I took the box and hid it under my shirt. I'll give it to Bella when we reach home. I know she'll like it. I reached the store, saw Nina standing alone looking everywhere. Where's Bella? Nina, where's Bella? I asked.
She said she's going to the restroom, but I guess she's taking her time?
Nina said, but I don't have a good feeling about it.
Let me just go and check.
Nina said, I'll come with you. I'll stand outside.
Okay.
We made our way to the restroom and were immediately hit by the scent of blood. I saw blood on the floor and sensed Bella's scent lingering in the air, along with a foul, pungent smell. Rogue. They took Bella. Oh God, why did I leave her side? It's all my fault. She doesn't know how to defend herself. If they even touch a single hair on her head, I'll burn them all alive. I snap out of the thoughts when I see Nina pick something up. It's a note. Nina reads it and starts sobbing. I snatch the note out of her hands and read it. My blood boils as I read it. How dare he? He took her. Because of what happened years ago, which had nothing to do with Bella. He will pay. I'm coming to get you, Bella, hang on. I mind-linked Nate to get the best warriors from the pack and meet me near the mall. I will find her and end this stupid chase once and for all. The note. I know you're probably looking for your mate now, so to ease your worries, I left this note. I still remember that day 3 years ago, and I won't let you forget it too. You will suffer as much as I did. Best wishes, Adam.
Chapter 19. Isabella's POV. I woke up with a heavy headache. I sat up and groaned. I looked around the unfamiliar surrounding and panicked. Where am I? Then I remembered the attack. Someone took me. They kidnapped me. But I don't think the kidnappers keep their victims in such a beautiful room. The door opened and a lady, probably around 50s, came in with a warm smile. I don't know what to do, so I just kept a blank face. She came in with a tray and set it in front of me. I see you're up, dear. I'm Linda. I brought you some breakfast. You should eat. You're very weak, she said softly and patted my head before leaving. I heard the lock click and I knew the door was locked. I uncovered the tray. It contained pancakes, bacon, and eggs, along with a small carton of milk. I didn't realize how hungry I was until I saw the food. I slowly ate the food, and when I was full, I kept the tray aside. Where am I? Who took me? And why? Oh God, Damien, where is he? Will he be looking for me now? Ugh, I'm so confused. The door opened again, and a man with blonde hair and brown hair came in. He had a small smile on his lips.
Hi, I'm Chris. I'm assigned to take care of you. You want anything, you tell me, okay?
Chris said cheerfully. His nature reminded me of Nina. I just nodded in reply.
Hey, listen. I don't know why you're here, but whatever it is, you can't leave. Just cooperate, okay? Then no one will hurt you. The boss isn't so bad.
He said and gave a reassuring smile. But I miss Damien and Nina. Tears started building in my eyes as I think about them.
Hey, don't cry. I can't see a friend cry. It's my weak point.
Chris said, looking worried. I'm your friend? I asked, confused. He is my kidnapper. He is not supposed to be my friend.
Yeah, it's my talent. I make friends really fast.
He said and snapped his fingers. Okay,
So, what's your name?
he asked.
I'm gonna be around, so I need to know your name.
Isabella, I said. And that's how I made a new friend.
Damien's POV. Nate and some of the best warriors from my pack arrived at the mall. They were all pissed, but at the same time determined. They are already protective of their Luna. Alpha, what is the plan? Nate said in a serious tone. We know the person who kidnapped Bella. All we have to do is find where he is and bring my Bella back, I growled. Who took our Luna, Alpha? A warrior asked. Adam. Growls were heard from every warrior. We leave in an hour. I have a vague idea where he could be. After all, he didn't forget what happened 3 fucking years ago, I exclaimed. They all bowed their heads and left to prepare. That thickhead Adam. He just had to take her. Just when I found her and was starting to become happy. I have to end this for both of us.
It's all my fault. If only I had not left her. If only I had gone with her, this would have never happened.
Nina cried on my shoulder. I stroked her hair. It's not your fault, Nina. Don't blame yourself. It'll be all right. I'll bring her back. In an hour, we were all ready to bring my mate back. We all settled in 3 cars. The place was not far away. It is where the incident happened, where Adam buried all his humanity and became a heartless beast, where his mate died, where he killed her. 3 years earlier. Adam was the alpha of the neighboring pack. Adam, Nate, and I were best friends. We did everything together. But then Adam found his mate when he turned 17, quite early. He had a mate to take care of, but still spent every Sunday with us. Little did he know his mate didn't love him. She was there with him because he was the alpha. I knew this the day he introduced us all to Kayla. The way she looked at us, we understood she was up to no good. She always pretended to be blindly in love with him. Once Nate and I caught her red-handed with some filthy rogue. She didn't even deny it. But when we all told this to Adam, he didn't believe us. He broke our friendship. Kayla convinced him that we were jealous of him. That's why we are doing this. From friends, we become rivals. He did everything he could to take us down, but I knew he was under her influence. So we only defended. Then the day came. He saw his mate with someone else. That someone. She was kissing him. It was me. I had to do it, for him to see who she really was. I had planned it all. I offered her the place as Luna, which was much bigger than Adam's. I told her I loved her, but I was cautious and I let her kiss me so Adam could see. She admitted all her dirty deed in front of him, and he was left heartbroken. He killed her on the spot. I tried to explain to him why I did it, but he didn't listen. He thought I did it to ruin him, and he promised to make me feel the same. Present. He still thinks I did that to hurt him. He was my best friend. Why would I do that to him? I just wanted him to see the truth. We arrived. The manor. It was a mansion for the 3 of us. We received it from our parents when we were 10. We named it the manor. I was right. He was here. I walked in from the front door. I am not afraid. I went straight to Adam's office. He was casually sitting on his chair. He looked up and gave a small smile. It was not a cunning or evil smile, a genuine smile. Damien, I was expecting you. Come sit, he said as if we were friends. After that day, it was the third time Adam had done anything. The first 2 times being small attacks on my pack. Where is Isabella, Adam? I don't have time for bullshit like this, I growled. I know you want to see your maid, Damien. And not here to waste time either. So please, have a seat, he said, now serious. I sat across from him and looked at him expectantly. He sighed. I want to know what happened, he said. I frowned. What? I want to know what happened to our friendship. Why did you do that to me all those years ago? He said with sad eyes. I didn't do it willingly, Adam. You were my best friend. I would never do anything to hurt you. Nate and I caught her with a rogue, and we came to tell you, but you didn't listen. You thought we were jealous of you. When she started doing it more, we wanted you out of her clutches. That's why we planned everything. I offered her the position of Luna in my pack. Of course it wasn't true, but she was convinced, and then you saw us. It was all part of the plan, to help you see the truth, I explained. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. I'm sorry I broke our friendship. I'm sorry I kidnapped your maid, but I wanted to know the truth. And I sent a message to you, but there were no replies. So I had to do this, he said. But why now? So suddenly, I asked. I found Kayla's diary in her box a week ago. It had everything in it, he said sadly. It's okay, bro. I understand now how you felt. I found my maid a week back, I said and smiled. I know. I saw her. She's a gem. And don't worry, she is safe and resting now. We didn't do anything. We just wanted to solve this problem and hopefully get my best friends back, he said. He had tears in his eyes. I stood up and hugged him. Forgot about me, you idiots, Nate said from the doorway and tackled us. We laughed and I called off the attack. I want to see my mate now. Adam? Isabella? I asked. Oh yeah, I assigned Chris to take care of her. I'll just call him, he said, and took out his phone. What? Who is this Chris? And why is he with Bella alone? I exclaimed. Relax, he doesn't swing that way, he said, and I looked at him confused. He sighed again. Chris is gay, he said. Oh. Then a boy waltzed in the cabin and did a small salute. Hello, boss. Hello, boss's friends. I'm Chris, but you can call me Chris, he said and did a wave. Where's my mate? I said, straight to the point. Oh, she's sleeping. Come on, I'll take you to her. And he walked out with us following him. He led us to a room and opened it. It was a nice room, a normal room. I saw a small figure sprawled out on the bed. Bella! I was by her side in a flash. She was sleeping soundly. I brushed some hair that had fallen on her face, caressed her cheeks. She stirred and stretched like a cat. She is so cute. I couldn't help but smile. Her eyes fluttered open and landed on me. I smiled when her eyes widened.
Damien?
She asked as if I'm in a dream. I opened my arms and nodded. She flew in my arms and I chuckled.
I missed you,
she said. I missed you too, baby, more than you can imagine, I replied and stroked her hair. She looked at me smiling, and before I know, she crashed her lips on mine.